Have you ever looked at a photo and felt that it had something cinematic about it? What's interesting is that most photos like this aren't created with some magical preset. In fact, many different color grading styles tend to rely on a few common principles. In this video, we're going to break down 3 common techniques that can help give a photo a more cinematic feel. 1. Simplify the colors. One reason many photos feel visually messy is that too many colors are competing for attention at the same time. Instead of letting every color stand out equally, many color grading workflows simplify the palette by bringing similar colors closer together. For this image, I'll start in the HSL panel. In the Hue section, I'll use orange as the anchor color. I'll shift red slightly toward orange and move yellow slightly toward orange as well. This creates a more unified warm color family instead of 3 separate colors competing with each other. I'll do the same with the cooler tones, making small adjustments so the greens and blues feel more connected. Now let's look at the before and after. The difference may not seem dramatic at first, but the overall image feels cleaner and more intentional. Besides HSL, we can also use calibration to refine the overall color palette. In this image, I want the warm tones to become the dominant color theme, so I'll adjust the primary colors to push the reds, oranges, and yellows slightly closer together toward a red-based palette. Unlike HSL, calibration affects the relationship between colors across the entire image. As a result, the color palette becomes more cohesive and the mood feels more defined. This is a very common technique in color grading because our eyes tend to respond better to simple and intentional color palettes than to too many competing colors. 2. Shape the contrast with curves. One of the most common misconceptions in color grading is that more depth simply comes from increasing contrast. When you do that, the histogram data gets pushed harder toward both ends. But if you look at the histograms of many great-looking images, you'll notice something interesting. The data is usually spread across the entire tonal range, from shadows to highlights. However, the 2 ends of the histogram rarely touch the edges completely. This allows the image to maintain clear contrast while preserving detail in both the highlights and shadows. Now, open the Curves panel. First, I'll slightly lower the white point in the upper right corner. You can see that the brightest data no longer touches the edge of the histogram. This helps preserve smoother highlight transitions instead of turning them into pure white areas. Next, I'll raise the black point slightly in the lower left corner. Now the darkest data is also separated from the edge of the histogram. The shadows become softer while still maintaining depth. After that, I'll lower the shadows slightly and raise the highlights slightly to create a gentle S-curve. The goal isn't to create extreme contrast, it's to increase the separation between light and dark in a more controlled way. Now let's compare the before and after. The image feels deeper, while still maintaining natural transitions between highlights and shadows. And that's why curves appears in almost every professional color grading workflow. 3. Separate warm and cool tones. If you look at many professionally color-graded images, you'll notice that the highlights and shadows rarely share the same color temperature. A very common technique is to add a subtle cool tone to the shadows and a subtle warm tone to the highlights. Here, I'll switch to the color grading panel. First, add a little blue to the shadows. Then add a touch of warm yellow-orange to the highlights. Keep the values very subtle. The goal isn't to create a noticeable color cast. It's simply to create a slight separation between the bright and dark areas. Take a look at the before and after. The change may not seem dramatic, but the image starts to feel deeper and more emotional. This is also one of the most common techniques used in modern color grading workflows. Now let's quickly apply all 3 techniques to a different image. In this image, there are several different shades of green, which makes the scene feel a little busy. I'll use point color to target one of the yellow-green tones and shift it toward a cleaner green. Then, I'll slightly reduce the saturation and lower the luminance to make the greens feel more balanced and less distracting. Now the overall color palette feels much more consistent. Next, I'll reshape the contrast using curves. And finally, I'll add a subtle cool tone to the shadows and a subtle warm tone to the highlights. With just these 3 relatively simple adjustments, the image feels more cohesive and has much better depth. Of course, there's no single color grading formula that works for every image. and the techniques covered in this video are simply a few common approaches. Hopefully, this gives you a better understanding of how color and contrast can influence the overall feeling of an image. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.